Alright everybody, welcome back. So, last expedition on my solo trip, we chucked out right behind the fish hatchery. Well, I'm bound and determined to find you Bigfoot up this river system. So today, we're picking up where we left off. I'll show you on the map where we're at today, but we're going to follow this trail and see what we see. Alright you guys, we're excited. Here we go. So I know it's been a while. I got my Jeep down. It's down and out. So we're at my friend's house, my mechanics guy. He's working on it, and I'll show you a little clip of what's going on. Hey everybody. I know I've recently put out a video, but other than that, it's been a little bit. Well, I'm just updating you. My mini Jeep, which they're fun as heck and they're nice. You know, they're not made with the strongest pieces. And so, mine, I have the front sprocket is a little weak and the chain's not as tight as it should be, so it puts tension on that sprocket, and that sprocket is bending, now putting that chain rubbing against that chassis inside. That's going to cause a lot of problems if I keep riding it. So I've gotten with some friends. I got with a friend, a mechanic friend of mine, who's going to help me take care of this thing for me. It's got some parts. We're going to swap those things out, and when we do so, we're actually going to make the back axle more torque by changing that sprocket as well. So I'll let you guys know how that works. Once that thing's fixed, we'll have the mini Jeep back up and going, and then we'll have more videos for you guys. Appreciate you guys' patience hanging in there with me, and you guys, thank you for the ride. Here we go. So a couple things. First of all, we're going to get this re-welded so that this chain guard is back on there and protecting the chain. We're going to change out this sprocket and make it a bigger or smaller sprocket so that it adds more torque. I don't remember which one's which. Smaller in the back, bigger in the front, or vice versa. But that's how we're going to get more torque out of this thing. And that's also how we're going to fix it so that it stops running against the chassis. Alright guys, I'll keep you updated. But since my Jeep is down, we're going to walk this one. Anyway, so what we're walking right now is an old trail that used to be in road, and this hugs this little ridge line, like I'll show you. And there's been 2 washouts on this road, so it's not usable anymore. But I think this little ridge is being used by the Sasquatch as they come down off of their mountain ridges and come down to go fishing. Right now the salmon are starting to come up river, and we chose this weekend because we just are coming through a huge rain, and we had a, you know, like a pineapple express come through. Well, the salmon wait until the rains come in and fill up the rivers, and then that gives them more cover. One, it gives it more water, but 2, that water gets murky and harder to see, harder for the eagles to pick them off and such. So this is when the salmon are going to start coming up here. Hang on a second, let me show you what we've got here. So this, we're coming up on this ledge right here. And this ledge is overlooking this trail, but then also right on the other side of this trail, it just drops out and goes down to the river. So it's theorized that Sasquatch will use these little ledges and bunker down and make temporary day beds or night beds or whatever beds, and then they will stay down during the day when we're walking past and such, and then at night they'll go down and start fishing the rivers when the fish can't see as well, and they can scoop the fish out of these thicker, deeper, darker waters. I'm not sure if the video captures it very well, but this is a elk bed right here. You can see all the little spots where they've been hunkering down. I think that the Sasquatch probably feed off of the elk as well, and so it makes sense that the ones that are coming down and coming to the river to fish could also be following these same elk herds. And my buddies want to find these elk. I want to find these elk. It's a matter of time just bumping into them out here. Don't forget to keep looking up. They could be in the trees. Trail's getting harder and harder to see, less and less used. We're getting deeper into this forest. This trail should drop down to the river here real soon. We're getting a little bit lower and lower. Now we're supposed to cross it here pretty soon on an old bridge. Not quite sure just how far we go. Alright, after checking the map, we got one more big bend before the washout. And then the washout is where we get real close to that river. Let's see. We're almost there. I just came around this bend right here, and I startled something pretty big. Something smelly too right through here. Stinky smelly. Maybe it was a bear. You can hear the hunters out here. Whatever it is, it's not liking that sound. And it might be thinking we're hunters too. Oh man, whatever that was got my heart going a little bit. Whatever it was pretty big, and it sounded like it was like shuffled. I don't know. Ooh, now I'm on high alert. Alright guys. Let's see what's out here. Well, I'm here in the river. We're getting really close. Just got smacked in the face again. It's wet out here. Oh my gosh, check this out, you guys. The river's down there, but it's still a ways down there. And there it is. Is there any Sasquatches down there? Fishing the river. I'm gonna do a little bit more research for this video, because when I look on the map, it says this thing's a road, or was at one point. And if this is a washout, then this washout happened a long time ago. There's not much of a road here anymore. But the trail is hikeable. It's not mini jeepable, and it might not be trail bikeable either, especially that last part. We might come at this trail from the different side and see how accessible it is by mini Jeep. Should have it back soon. I just found this fork off the trail, and this one goes down. If this one goes down to the river, this one's more promising. I'm going to check this one out on the map real quick. Oh, this is interesting. This little clearing. Looks like this spot was an old gravel pit. Maybe we are on an old road, but wow, this has to be super old. So people always ask me, either people I work with or online comments, why don't you ever take a skeptic out with you? Well, that's what I am. I've never seen Bigfoot. I've seen some unusual things. Things that look like footprints to me. You know, I believe something's leaving the footprints. You know, what is it? But again, you know, I don't know. Is Bigfoot out there? Is he a biological entity? Is he something else? Yeah, I don't know. But I'm not out here quick to jump to be like every single thing I see is a Bigfoot. No. I've never seen one. I'm hoping to. I'm hoping that when I'm out here that I come across, you know, a recently passed away Bigfoot. But let's literally think about it. I'm hiking around in 19 million acres of forest right now, and I'm barely touching the surface. And on either side of me, there's deer and bear trying not to get shot. I don't see them, but I hear the gunshots all around me. I heard a couple things out here. I'm close. Now, if it's a biological entity, then there must be, you know, I'm thinking probably 10 or so families in this 19 million acres. 10 families of 5, 10 individuals, if they exist. That means there's a lot of space out here where they can hide and you're not going to see them. But do we run into one, find a dead body, and finally prove that they really are? I don't know, guys, but stick with me. That's what we're going to do. This mushroom is blown up. But I'd love to hear in the comments what you think. Have you seen a Bigfoot? Are they real? And what should I be doing up here in the Olympic Peninsula to find them? Comment, let me know, and we'll do our best to, you know, exhaust every opportunity to find one. Please comment below, and if you haven't, take a moment to subscribe. I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you.